Many trans and non-binary people bind their chests in order to feel more comfortable in their bodies. But binding with ace bandages, duct tape, or plastic can cause many health problems. A better alternative is to use a chest binder that is made especially for this purpose. There are many different colors and types of binders, such as tanks, half binders, racerbacks, and more. Pick one that feels comfortable for you. Make sure it provides a wide range of motion and that it sits naturally over your torso. Though it may be tempting to do so, don't wear a binder that is too small for you. Make sure you don't put bandages or duct tape over your binder. Doing so can cause dizziness, headaches, lightheadedness, and/or numbness. Other common chest binding methods include wearing a compression shirt, wearing multiple sports bras, layering clothing in strategic ways, and using kinesiology tape or elastic therapeutic tape. Another alternative is using trans tape, a tape specially made for binding. Trans tape is made from materials that are safe for the body, is sweat resistant and waterproof, and is available in multiple skin tones. Check out our other videos to learn about what to avoid when binding and how to use and care for your binder. Read our binding guide at translifeline.org/binding-guide.
But the hues in our hair complement one another. I'd sell my own bones for sapphire stones, 'cause blue's your favorite color. Missing pieces of my skull, also patches of my.
Tips for trans guys, part 2.
This will be very centered on physical appearance.
As far as shirts go for men's shirts. This is a women's shirt. It kind of goes in a little bit. You get it. And this is a men's shirt. I feel a lot more comfortable in it. The sleeves are longer. The neckline is smaller, I guess. And it looks more feminine. Doesn't hug the figure as much. For necklaces, if you want to wear a necklace, I would go for one that has a cord. It just makes it look more masculine than one that has a chain, but honestly, men wear chains all the time. It just goes for whatever you prefer. Rings are another one of those things. I get kind of dysphoric about my hands, so I like wearing thicker and darker rings because they look more masculine, but honestly, you wear whatever rings you want. This one isn't exactly an easy fix, but work out. Upper body strength. It'll make your shoulders look broader and you'll look more masculine because men usually have more muscles than women. Although I do understand that working out is very hard and I don't have the patience for it and some people might not have the resources for it. But that's just an optional if you have a lot of free time. When talking about period products, go for ones that don't really have any sort of defining female characteristics to them, I guess. Some of them say, "You go, girl," and "You got this, girl." We don't like that. In this house, we like Tampax Pearl, because they don't have anything to do with gender on their packaging. I mean, you don't have to get the same that I do, but you know, if you do have pads or tampons or something that does have something definingly feminine about it, just ask for another brand. Hopefully, whoever purchases your period products will be okay with you trying another brand. You don't have to tell them that it's because, you know, you don't like the "You go, girl" on it. Those are all the tips I have for this part, but reminder that you are a boy. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And I hope you have a good day.
Welcome to another episode of Trans Tips with Adam. Today we're going to be going over clothes. Just a little disclaimer, I have a pretty masculine, petite figure to begin with, so take my tips with a grain of salt, but this is just what has helped me. So the best way to appear more masculine is to broaden your shoulders, lengthen your torso, and square off your hips. So how do I do that? Fabric-wise, I recommend heavy cotton or just something dark and thick that'll maintain a boxy structure. And for chest dysphoria, I recommend something with a big design in front. Looser is typically better so it doesn't hug your figure, but if it's too oversized, it can make you look small. Also, the bigger the neckline, the more feminine the shirt usually looks. Longer sleeves tend to look more masculine, but there is a caveat to that. So, for example, my school uniform, or what I wore today, right? I'm a size small, so it fits me around the shoulders, but it's kind of way too long here, and it looks awkward if I just go like that, right? So, how do I make this look more masculine to my body type? So, either I would crop or tuck in my shirt, and tuck in my shirt is what I did today. And you say to yourself, Adam, isn't tucking in your shirt counterintuitive to elongating your torso? And I say, nay. Why? Because I wear my pants at my hips and not my waist. For reference, here's it at my hips, and here's it at my waist. Now, the second thing I did for this fit was cuff my sleeves. And you're probably thinking, Adam, didn't you say longer sleeves are more masculine? Well, it looks a little silly in my opinion when it's just tucked in shirt, and I have pretty skinny arms, so the sleeves aren't really filled out much, right? So, by cuffing my sleeve, it sort of creates this slant, which broadens the shoulder. Here's a side-by-side comparison, and it also makes a tight shirt look more purposefully tight fit, you know? On top of that, it accentuates my arm, making it look like it's filled out more. I would recommend, though, staying away from shirts with, like, naturally shorter cut sleeves because it's reminiscent of those hideous, like, women's fit tees. Another tuck that you can do with, like, longer shirts is whatever this is. I don't know the name for it, but, you know, tucking in your shirt is a great way to sort of square out your figure, and this achieves the same effect with minimal effort. Generally, though, for a shirt this size and for how stiff it is, I just wear it like this. Now, pants are a whole other category. Generally, I say always wear them on your hips, but for styles like boot cut, I would recommend just wearing a little higher, just because that's the style. Now, straight/relaxed fit jeans are great for minimizing your hips, but they can make you look really, really short. And because of that, I would not recommend relaxed fit for dress pants, because when you're feeling dressy, things should be well fit. Like, big relaxed pants are comfy, but I do look kind of small, as opposed to slimmer fit jeans that elongate my legs.
You like me, kiss me with your eyes closed, kiss me with your eyes closed, kiss me with your eyes. I know that's your favorite drink. I know that you like me, kiss me with your eyes closed, hate it when you find me, love it when I die slow. She just wanna find me, I can see your eyes glow, kill me in my white tee, baby let my blood flow.
Tips for trans men in case you need them. Use this lovely thing called a binder. If you don't have or can't get a binder, you can use 2 sports bras, one on forwards, one on backwards, and it'll bind okay. Get your hair cut. You can get a pixie cut or a more feminine cut if you're not out to your family. Get men's deodorant, like Old Spice or some other kind of manly scent. Men's shirts, if you can. They're cut for men, so they're going to make you look more masculine, especially with the shoulders. Boxers, and there's a lot of boxer brands that are aimed towards women, like Woxer. It's literally woman boxers. So if you don't want to come out, or your parents are transphobic, you can ask for boxers. Just say they're comfortable. Here's one that's more about passing, and less about alleviating dysphoria. But if you have like a more open, relaxed stance, you're going to look more masculine than if you like stand like that or something, you know. Just like open, relaxed stance, shoulders drop, chest out, you know how that is. Or you can hunch over if you're not wearing a binder and you're dysphoric. That works too. I don't know if y'all want a part 2, because I got a lot of these.
Random things that make me feel less dysphoric. Places to hide your binder. I keep mine in my drawer with my underwear because it blends in. Hanging in your closet inside of a jacket or shirt. In a pencil case or a makeup bag. In a backpack that you don't use very often. Inside an old phone box on a shelf, or something.
What you been up to, Aiden? I've been dancing in my room, swaying my feet, trying to get you love and a kiss on the cheek. Caught in candy skies like I'm stuck in a dream, and I've been feeling blue. You're the one that I need. Dancing in my room, swaying my feet, trying to get you love and a kiss on the cheek. Caught in candy skies like I'm stuck in a dream, and I've been feeling.
Life's alright in Devil Town. We're right, no one's gonna catch us now. Dad has bought a new car now. We're fine, no one's gonna catch us now. When I'm not around, you don't care. And even when I make a sound, you don't.
Must apologize for acting stinking, treating you this way. Cause I've been acting like sour milk on the floor. It's your fault, you can shut the refrigerator. Maybe that's the reason I've been acting so cold. If I could.
Naughty boys in nasty schools, headmasters breaking all the rules, having fun and playing fools, smashing up the woodwork tools. All the teachers in the pub, passing round a ready rub, trying not to think of when that lunchtime bell will ring again. Oh, what fun we had, but did it really turn out bad? All I learned at school was how to bend, not break the rules. Oh, what fun we had, but at the time it seemed so bad, trying different ways to make a difference too. The headmaster's had enough today, all the kids have gone away, gone to find them next to school. Every turn that is the
Shower, quick, take cover, but the hues in our hair complement one another. I'd sell my own bones for sapphire stones.
I'll let you with me if I misbehave. It's just that no one makes me feel this way. To the chorus. Come here, girl. Go ahead, be gone with it. Come to the back. Go ahead, be gone with it. VIP. Go ahead, be gone with it. Tricks on me. Come on, two of hearts that beat as one. Two of hearts, I need you. Two of hearts that beat as one. Two of hearts, come on.
I'm too emotional. Your apathy is like a wounded soul. Maybe I'm too emotional, or maybe you never get it all. You look happy and healthy, not.
Come on, two of hearts that beat as
It's entirely possible that
심장이 뜨거워지는 여자 그런 반전 있는 여자 너는 선어해 낮에는 너만큼 따사로운 그런 선어해 커피 식기도 전에 원샷 때리는 선어해 밤이 오면 심장이 터져버리는 선어해 그런 선어해
Devil is colder in the summertime. I'll lose my mind at least another 1,000 times. Hold my hand tight, we'll make it another night. I still get a little scared of something new.
Picking shirts if you don't have a binder. Avoid long sleeves. For some reason, they make your chest more visible. Also avoid women's shirts if you can. They're usually much thinner. Avoid white too. Go for darker colors or tie-dye. Also try and get the shirts with thicker, more stiff fabric. Find shirts with big designs printed on the front in that sort of stiff material. They hide your chest really well. Button-up shirts and flannel are also a good idea too. In the summer I cut the sleeves off a few hoodies so I can still wear a hoodie without overheating. Picking pants if you're trans mad. I really like these baggy ones with lots of a pocket. I like skinny jeans, but baggy ones are better at hiding curves. The ones with single rips in the knees feel more muffed than the gray ones with rods for some reason. Shorts. Knee-length shorts are the best, but if you can't buy any, you can cut regular jeans like I did with these ones. How I wash my binder without my parents knowing. I wash it in the shower with me. I use Dove body wash, but you can use this stuff or laundry detergent if you fold it inside out to wash it. Massage the soap and gently making sure you get it all over. Gently rinse it with cool or warm water, making sure to get all the soap out. In my closet overnight with the door closed. My insecurities, I'm a defect, surgical project, it's good. Random things that make me feel less dysphoric.